He married my sister, now we're living together. Roommates in law.
Roommates in law, Tom.
Hello, Timothy.
How are you, Tomas?
I'm doing great, dude. Is my mic a little low? How's this? Is this better?
Yeah, I fucking love that.
Hell yeah, dude.
Sounds so good.
I'm
not
good.
roommates.
No, I'm not. We're not even in-laws.
We're not. No, we are
good friends.
Good friends.
We're good friends for at least a few more weeks, I would guess. I think we got a couple more weeks left in us.
I'd push it into months. I think we could be friends for a few more months.
See, this is people always say Tim's not optimistic. Tim's a cynic. Tim's a dick. Tim stole my girlfriend.
Wait,
but there's a lot of shit. There's a lot of good stuff.
Wait, who said all that other stuff?
That's just some guy I was talking to.
I don't know, just some guy absolutely hates your ass.
He went to high school with you.
No, I'm feeling good, Tom. I'm telling you, we're finally getting some wins. It's been 11 months of L's. We're getting some wins.
There's a couple W's coming towards Timmy.
I mean, boy, just all you need in life is a couple of W's, and it just keeps you pushing forward.
Well, I spent the entire day today at the DMV, so I'm not feeling as cheery and optimistic as you are over there, pal.
I caramba. What are you doing? You're getting a Los Angeles license?
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Did they have a ring light for you?
Yeah, and you do have to make the duck face. They're like, duck face. Also, why are your tits so fake or so small?
And you're like, well, I don't know what the duck face is. And you're like, sir, just do the duck face. You're like,
I know.
I know what it is. I practiced.
Yeah. It sucked. I had to take a test. I haven't had to study for anything in a long time.
What was the test for?
I didn't know that you had to do it, but I went and I filled out all my shit, and then they were like, "All right, are you ready for the test?" And this lady, just to rewind, it's amazing what a little business Tom will do. Okay. I didn't fill out, I guess, the forms properly online. But then I went in the line of it's a much shorter line. It's like if you did your work, if you did the pre-work, you could skip the main line. You get to go right to this lady.
What are we doing here? You're getting your license renewed.
I'm getting a new one in California, and they're switching over to the real IDs, you know?
Oh God.
So it's it's just a big old thing. But I thought I did it all online. So I went in the line for people who did it online. And then I get up there and I didn't do it all right. But I also complimented the lady's shirt because she was wearing a Prince and the Revolution shirt.
Love that.
And I go, I'm from Minnesota, I'm a huge Prince fan. And she goes, oh my God, he's my favorite of all time. I'm like, yeah, it's great. She's like, welcome to LA. God, that's such a better move than Minnesota, all this stuff. And then she's like, you don't have all your shit here. And I was like, she's like, you got to go back through that line. And I was like, damn it. And she goes, you know what? Do you have your passport on you? I go, yeah. She goes, I'll just put you through. I'm like, yes, let's go.
Minnesota camaraderie there.
It was huge. I was so excited. That. And so anyways, then what were we talking about? How did I
talking about business, Tom? Talking about why on earth you're taking a test at the DMV.
Oh yeah. So then she goes, did you study for the test? And I thought, because we had rapport, I thought she was like messing,
being a goofball.
Yeah. And I go, oh yeah, really hard.
Studied real hard. Oh yeah.
And then she was like, oh good.
She's like, no, it's fucking seriously. Did you study? Because this thing's brutal.
Well, she goes, a lot of people fail it. And I go, wait, are you lying to me right now? Or do I really have to take a test? She's like, yeah, there's it. Why do you think it says testing center right there? And I was like, I thought that was for old people. Like, got a DUI or something. But
Tom, let's not make fun of people that get DUIs. Sometimes people make a mistake in their lives and they drink 37 Bud Lights and they think, yeah, I can drive home with a tail light out. Nobody will know the difference. and then they get pulled over by a police officer and you lose all of the delicious to-go food that you brought from the restaurant you went to earlier.
Wait, what?
Dude, we were so bummed.
What food was it?
Man, it was like all this like delicious crawfish and like shrimp.
Why'd you lose the food?
Because they took me to prison that night, Tom. Yeah, and they don't allow you to take the food that you have from the restaurant earlier that night.
Into prison? They won't let you.
They don't let you take the good meal.
Even if you agree to share it with your cellmates?
They were like, brother, I'm sorry, you got to keep that here. So when I go back the next day to get my car in the hot Louisiana sun, that food's ruined.
And your car smells like
And my
Shit.
car, it didn't smell right for about 6 months after that.
Man.
Anywho, how did we get onto my DUI? Go back to you taking a test at the
It certainly wasn't on me.
Well, you came at me for no reason, Tom.
But I took the test, but I went and studied for like an hour. I grabbed the booklet.
What is this? A driving test?
Yeah, but she was
Okay.
like, honestly, between us, everyone fails it their first time. So go actually, because everyone's just like, I don't need to study. But then California has a couple like weird rules about like driving on unmarked roads and stuff. And so she was like, just go read the book first and then take it.
How big is this book we're talking?
80 pages.
You read
But
an 80
I mean,
page?
it's 80 pages of like graphics and stuff. I didn't read.
I was like, I would just be like, I'll just take my chances. There's no
I'm just
way
gonna drive without a license.
I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Oh,
So we got it all done, but it was fun to see. A lot happens in the DMV. I mean, there's people with like grocery carts full of stuff in there, and then
did you see anybody really explode?
Well,
Anybody lose it?
Saw a couple opportunities. There was a guy next to me who did all his shit online, and he paid already online. And she goes, because you paid online, those payments don't go through for 24 hours. And he's like, I was trying to get ahead of it. She's like, yeah, you did it, but you got to come back tomorrow. I mean, this guy's just getting absolutely fucked. And he goes, okie dokie, see you tomorrow. And walks out.
What a sweet man.
And
Unfortunately, that kid did go home and punch his child right in the forehead.
I mean, he drove into the ocean, but he had a really calm demeanor as he was leaving.
That man said okie dokie while holding in the rage of 1,000 lifetimes.
Yeah. But it was amazing because it was the booth next to me, and I saw the lady kind of gearing up for like, this is about to be a fist fight.
This is about to be a thing. Yeah, she's like putting on brass knuckles.
She just like slowly puts the knife back under her desk. But it was amazing.
Dokie.
I've seen her. I could tell she's had to tell people this. Like, that's a broken system thing. Like, if you do everything ahead of time, you actually get more fucked.
Well, they should just alert you on the payment when you pay online. Hey, look, this takes 24 hours to process. Don't come in until this date, right?
Yeah, don't scoot over for lunch today.
Why does the DMV just actively fist everyone?
They refuse to get better at things.
Why? It almost seems like malicious at some point.
And you just get yelled at. Like I got yelled at out of the blue. I'm walking back in with the book, and I'm not even at the testing place yet. But I got the book. I went and walked around, sat outside, had a nice little afternoon reading about the rules and regulations of California's roads. Beautiful day in Santa Monica. And I walked back in, and 8 seconds into the door, a guy that doesn't even work there just goes, "You got to put the book away. You can't have the book out." And I was like, "What?
You narking on me right now?"
I go, "Oh, I'm gonna put it down." But what's going on? He goes, "Oh, dude, I just got yelled at." And I was like, "So you're just passing it on, you dickhead?"
No. See, hurt people, Tom.
Zero of the week, right there.
You ever heard that saying?
I have heard that.
It's like somebody, child molesters usually got molested. This is the same thing.
This guy got yelled at.
This guy got yelled at. He said, "How about this? I'm yelling at this fucking guy."
This guy looks vulnerable. He's got cool sunglasses on. What a dickhead.
So you passed with flying colors, I assume.
I think I was close. I failed I missed a couple questions, but I passed overall.
Thank God. I was about to say, Jesus Christ, Notre Dame would have rescinded your fucking degree.
Yeah, I can't even. They should rescind it. I got an accounting degree from one of the top business schools in the country, and I can't do my own taxes. They should.
Yeah, let's see. What's the difference between a debit and a credit?
Just staring at a debit card and a credit card.
You're like, shit.
I don't think this is it, but
one gives me points, one doesn't.
This one gets me into the Delta Lounge. Debit doesn't do shit. Yeah, it was exciting. A lady went down in the DMV too.
Went down?
Yeah. She collapsed.
Passed out?
It was when she was taking the test. Yeah.
It's almost too on the nose.
It's so on the nose.
To say that you got yelled at by a random guy, you had to take a test, a lady passed out. This is in a 3-hour span, correct?
I was there for about 4 hours total.
I mean, that's just, no.
Yeah.
No. I'll kill myself
when the lady
before I have to do that.
when the lady went down, it was like not enough people wanted to help.
Was it a full pass? She passed out from her feet, or did she like hit her knees?
She
Was it a slow one, or
she kind of hit
one?
a chair, but went all the way to the ground. But she kind of caught like a tweener. Like the chair saved her for sure.
Okay, big.
Because
it wasn't like a head bopping off the fucking.
No. But she was old. Dude. She was like probably 70 something.
That's another thing. They need to have some sort of look. If you're over X amount of age, you can just do it online.
Yeah.
You can have a 70-year-old in the DMV for 4 hours. You want to know why, Tom? They pass out.
Yeah, it was hot too. It was hot in there. And then of course, it's humiliating. She was so embarrassed, sitting with her head in her hands, and she's got a wig on. And and it was so off. And this sweet security guard came over and she goes, "Ma'am, your hair's a little off." And she was like, "Oh my God." And
excuse me, ma'am. You look busted as fuck right now.
Hey, no one in here wants to fuck you.
You don't even look fuckable like even 30 years ago. Like you look terrible right now. Also, you failed your test. So if you could get the fuck out of here, that'd be great.
Stand up, please. It was really hard to watch, man. It was like, oh man, it was.
But you made it through. You got your new ID.
Yeah, it'll be in the mail.
Do you smile? Do you smile? No smile or a half smile? I'm guessing half smile.
I smiled.
You went full smile?
I went full smile, and then I saw the picture after, and I almost asked to retake it. I was out walking around on Santa Monica Pier.
Hot and sweaty.
Dude, my hair is like, it looks insane.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
They should have a mirror up there.
Finally, some justice in this world.
Yeah, it's messed up. Dude, it can't be worse than my passport photo. I look like I was so hungover, and it was 7:30 in the morning.
I think that's how your passport photos should look, though.
Just your worst.
Yeah.
That's kind of how you look when you travel too.
Yeah, I think that's the move, honestly.
Yeah.
It's like that joke where people are like, I get stoned before I take my whatever photos. So when I'm stoned in the car, they just think I look like that all the time. And you're like, hell yeah, Matthew McConaughey. But like, I think that's kind of the move. So you don't get like quarantined for no reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Green light.
Oh God. I honestly want to go re-listen to that book. Now that you said that.
I still have it.
Tom, riddle me this.
I will.
So I'm in the Seattle airport. I got time to kill. I'm at the bar, hanging, watching the women's national championship game. By the way, phenomenal game.
Great
got
game.
9.9 million viewers.
Largest ever.
Largest ever, and it beat out a lot of like other big time shit.
Yeah.
Kind of a great game, honestly. So, I'm on vodka soda number 3. I'm having a decent time.
You're $82 in the hole.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it was absolutely brutal. There was a point in time where I was like, I'm going to drink this one. I was thinking about, you ever do this, or am I just an absolute scumbag? Where I'm like, if I time it well enough, I could just fucking leave and get on the flight. And there's nothing anybody can do.
Oh, like Dine and Dash?
Yeah, like leave them a tip, but bounce. You ever thought about that?
I mean, no, not really.
Yeah, totally. Me neither.
I want to get with. Have I thought about it? Yeah. Have I seriously considered it? No.
Yeah, totally. Me neither. So I'm like, I have my money out. I'm just ready to pay, and
I'm just can't wait to pay. I'm going to. Excuse me, sir. I'd like to pay now.
Excuse me. I don't know if you added that to my tab, but please go ahead and add that one. So I'm on vodka soda number 3. I'm having a decent little time. But I have my AirPods in because people get chatty at the bar.
Yes.
And I'm not interested in a chat.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But this guy comes up and sits next to me, and he is a chatty Cathy. He's just one of these guys. He makes friends with everybody everywhere he goes. So I kept the AirPods in, turned the volume down because, your boy wants to hear what's going on.
You do want to hear it. Yeah, you don't want to chat, but you do want to eavesdrop.
I do want to hear it. So he's... The bartender is like this smooth black guy. Like he's not in a hurry, but he's getting everything done. He's taking orders in a way. He's just a smooth, cool guy. And this guy that comes and sits next to me, he's got like his Augusta hat on.
Ugh.
He's got the North Face kind of a quarter zip thing. You know exactly who I'm talking about.
Yep.
He's one of these guys, but he's a chatting it up. He's being a nice guy. Have you ever seen white people try to be cool for black people?
Yeah.
it's I gotta say it's one of the most humiliating things as a white guy
Yeah,
that I can witness. It
It's-
absolutely sucks ass
dude.
because black people hate it.
Dude, Jamie Wolf has an incredible joke about this.
Oh, really?
It's awesome. He's like it's like you're auditioning to be a black person. Like and you hear them say just things they would never say. Like
Oh, dude.
he's like, yo, salutations.
Oh, what up, fellas? Salutations. Dude, this guy. Okay,
Great
so
joke.
the bartender's he's a cool black guy. He's taking your order. He's not really chatting with you. He's not like being your buddy
Yeah.
by any stretch of the imagination. But he's behind the bar, and there's like garbage cans, probably 12 feet on the other side of on our side of the bar.
Yep.
And he like has some garbage on the thing, and he balls it up, shoots it to like 12 feet away. It was a pretty good shot, and he drills it. And the fucking guy next to me, he goes, oh man, 2 points from deep outside.
No.
And the bartender did not acknowledge his existence, didn't even look over at him. And
Did you keep it together?
Brother, I was hanging on for dear life.
I can see you letting out a snort there.
Oh, I was in so much trouble because I had my headphones in. I didn't hear it technically.
Yeah, right. No, I mean, you're method acting at this point.
Do you know what I mean? Yes.
Yeah,
I'm turning in the performance of a lifetime, not laughing in this man's face. And I just wanted to like pull the black, but this is like my white guy trying to be cool for black guys. I wanted to pull him aside and be like, hey man, like that's not who we are.
We're not all like that.
That's not us.
Yeah.
This guy sucks.
And you're like,
that's not me.
Also, pass me the rock.
Yeah. Also, that Jay was fire as fuck. He's like, okay, you're also get out. Don't even pay. I don't care.
And you're like, I
leave.
wasn't planning on it, actually. Thank you.
Joke's on you, dude. I was never gonna pay.
It's a little something for your troubles. Leave $1.
I just couldn't believe how embarrassing this guy was. But then he's talking to the guy next to him, and he goes, "Boy, you didn't say anything back to me." He was like bummed.
What? I mean, this guy is desperate for some friendships. I know a chatty Cathy in the airport, but you can't be like, hey, why are you not participating in this?
Hey, I just said, but like even his vernacular of like basketball was lame.
Yeah, it was off.
Like 2 points from the deep outside. What is that?
It's also if you're outside, that's
it'd also be
3 points. You're lacking a fundamental understanding of basketball, my man.
He's like, damn, I love a nice 38-foot 2-pointer.
Yeah, that's where you get fouled, but they take 1 point away. Actually, it's a college rule.
Oh God, this guy, he really I felt humiliated.
Yeah, it's tough
because I was sitting next to him, and because in my head I'm like, I fucking hope he doesn't think I said that.
And you know what sucks is, but sometimes when people bomb in the wild, you see them realize it, and they go, "Oh, I'm out of pocket right now."
He did. This was on his second double vodka soda.
So was it? Did he acknowledge it? Did he realize he was bombing, or was he keeping that confidence up?
No, he kept the confidence because he turned to the guy next to him and he couldn't believe that the guy wasn't like slapping him a high five.
Yeah,
which is also the whitest. Yeah, which is also the whitest shit of all time.
I love that.
Where's my fucking high five, dude?
Hey, slap me a high five, brother. Sorry, not you. I meant this white man. I wasn't calling you brother.
No, I would never do that. I'm so sorry. Have you ever been to Augusta National?
God. I forgot he was wearing the Augusta hat too.
I mean, he was the whitest man.
It's Masters Week. I mean, of course you're gonna wear it. Of course you're gonna wear the.
He's
Augusta
never been, but like
merch.
a good friend of his went one time and got him a hat.
Yeah, and they're not even that good of friends. It's he got it for free.
That was a guy I used to work with one time.
Oh,
I don't know, that one cut me deep, Tom. I couldn't stop thinking about that for quite a while that day.
I got we're on our airplane section. I got a couple quick airplane stuff things. Wait, you got to do the noise again. It's not coming through. It's not coming through.
No good?
That was it. You nailed that one.
All right. That one felt good. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm doing like a missile going off.
Yeah.
I'm like You're like, no, that's a plane going down, actually.
That is a World War II plane with a prop out.
All right, what you got? What's your plane shit, Tomas?
Well, it was very fun. You know, I'm ever since we started this podcast, I'm hyper observant to the airport.
Sure.
It's all I'm just looking for someone to do something stupid all the time. So I'm going through security yesterday, and this by the way, I kind of just saw like 6 in a row, no butt, all gut.
Sure, that's
TSA
the only people
agents.
they hire. Yeah, this is
I
all
know,
no butt.
but it was like yesterday it was almost I needed to take a picture. Because I thought I could get
Can
maybe
you
two
all
of them
line
in
up
one.
real quick?
Yeah.
There's no way my buddy Tim's gonna believe this.
Turn sideways. But I go through and the lady in front of me gets her bag pulled aside, and they're like, "Yeah, we got to search this one." And they open it. It's a duffel bag, and it's so much cheese. It's like pounds of cheese. It looked like she was moving bricks of cocaine. But they were those. Have you ever seen those the cheese curds that you get in Wisconsin that are like super packed, airtight?
No, but I can imagine.
Okay, it is like a brick of cheese curds, and there's like 8
It's
of
like
them.
vacuum sealed.
Dude, they are, yeah.
Yeah.
It looks exactly like when they move bricks of cocaine in movies.
I feel like they would still have to investigate because they can't just let that go.
Yeah,
right?
like why are you moving so much dairy?
Yeah.
Why is this all going to California?
She's got like some inside information that taxes on dairy is about to skyrocket. They get her on insider trading.
California no longer allows cheese sales. They're pretty close to that out here in LA. Everyone's gluten or dairy intolerant or whatever. But
Lactose.
it was lactose. That's what it is. I think I'm lactose intolerant, by the way.
I think it happens as you age, honestly.
Yeah. I mean,
if I have anything that involves dairy, it is like fucking fart and poop town for the next 2 weeks. It's violent and horrible.
I had 2 bowls of broccoli cheddar soup at the Delta Lounge yesterday. And I mean, my farts have been like next level disgusting.
Yes.
For 24
where
hours.
it's like, I don't know if you're one of these guys. I'll never understand these people that are like, I like my own blend. Have we had this conversation?
Yeah, we talked about it with Jeff when we had Jeff on here.
Oh, I'll never understand that thought in my life.
I love the smell of my own farts.
What?
I mean, I'm not
what
like,
does that even mean?
I mean, I don't mind it.
I love the smell of shit as long as it comes out of my asshole. What are you talking about?
It's like when someone makes fun of your little brother. It's like, no, I can do it.
That's not the same.
Yeah, it's the exact same.
No, but your brother doesn't smell like shit.
Sometimes he does.
He's not a literal pile of shit. I'll never understand this logic in my life.
Yeah, I guess maybe you just don't have the nose for it. Maybe you just, you get or you got some real stinky farts.
Okay, go ahead. We're not getting too deep into this.
I don't have another thing on that. But it was just this lady was clearly trafficking cheese. But it was so fun because it's like, of all the things they're going to pull out of there, that's just not what I was expecting. And he was just like, cheese, taking them out one by one.
Does she have like a bag with her, or is that her only? That's all the luggage she's got.
She had a duffel and like a carry-on.
Okay.
And this was
because I was like, because that would be kind of amazing if that was the only thing she brought.
Well, then
back.
it's like, no, you are trafficking because you just
something is up here. Yeah. Then they're asking like, what's the nature of your trip here to Los Angeles?
Yeah.
Or wherever the fuck she was.
Yeah, it was Minnesota. But
what is the nature of your? Oh, okay. I got stopped. My shit got stopped. I had we'll come in here. Or going to Seattle, I just, I had a bunch of shit in there I just flat out shouldn't have had. I had like an aerosol can, I had face wash, I had toothpaste, I had all this
over 3 ounces.
All of it. But I was like, I don't care. I'm just gonna give it a shot. Stick it through the thing. Nobody said anything.
Half the time they let it go. Yeah.
They don't care. Well, on the way back to New York, I got RoboCop, of course. She opens it up, and she's really, I mean, she almost like cut my toothpaste in half to like stick her finger inside to see if anything was in there. And I'm like, it's fine, it's whatever. And she's like, all right, well, look, I tested your toothpaste. Toothpaste is fine. And she just holds up my face wash, and she goes, now this is too much. And I'm like, I was like, it's just clear as self. I was like, can I just?
You're too much, lady.
Yeah, I was like, I brought it here. It's like it's not. And she goes, hey, 3.4 ounces has been the cutoff for 17 years now. And I'm like, okay. She's like, I'll let you go with the toothpaste. So, you want to check a bag or you want me to toss it?
Yeah, I want to check a bag.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I want to check a bag for to save my $4 face wash.
How much would that be? About $60? Yeah, perfect.
Like, yeah, absolutely. Let's do that. And so she takes the toothpaste and just like really like she was a real bitch about the way she threw it. Just it was such
we don't
arrogant,
call women bitches on this.
This
on
one
this
was.
podcast.
I'm sorry. No ass, all gut, and she just like threw it into the thing, and it was like an 8-foot throw. The guy came out of nowhere from the bar, and he was like, 2 points from deep inside.
Deep inside. Outside. Which one
but
is
I
it?
just the way she did it, and it's just this pile of shit that like this container of stuff that like everyone.
Wait, so she did steal the toothpaste?
Yeah, she took it. No, not the toothpaste, my face wash.
Oh yeah. Sorry, you said toothpaste. I got confused.
Oh, my bad.
I was like, I thought the toothpaste was good to go.
No, I'm all heated up. But she was trying to tell me that she like, did me this big favor. She's like, I let you keep the toothpaste. And I was like, I don't give a fuck about. Let me keep the face wash. That's
and then
more
I just
expensive.
love the from off screen.
Oh,
pull
just
up
the
face
way
wash.
she. Oh,
But this,
she was just
shakes it a little bit.
So
This is too much
about it. I just couldn't believe it. And I'm like, does this make you feel powerful?
Yes.
Is this what it is? Well, it
Of
reminds
course it
the
does.
Louis joke where Louis like, it's either a bomb or it's not.
yeah.
Like, because if it is a bomb, it's a bomb in that container too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna still explode and kill everybody.
That's such a perfect joke because
If you think it's a bomb, you need to like have a team in a hazmat suit like run it out of the building.
and someone tackle me.
Yeah, like yeah.
You know, like I should be getting my shit rocked right now.
If you think I'm carrying an explosive device, you can't just go, do you want to keep your explosive device or do you want to get on the plane?
Tase me. At the bare minimum.
How am I not being attacked by a canine unit right now? This is bullshit. I just hated that woman so much. So then I went to the bar and drank and watched LSU win a national championship.
Yeah.
I mean, we're running out of trophy space, Tom. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah, well, your coach is like a raging homophobe, I'm pretty sure. So, coaching women's basketball, that's kind of
we've talked. There's not a chance on this earth she's a homophobe.
Well, she's
dedicated her life to.
She made Griner stay in the closet all 4 years, and she
at
hated her.
Baylor University. Baylor, they would have come for her at Baylor. That's a good coach.
She could have been an ally.
No, but it's too far gone.
Oh, so you won't stand. Oh, interesting.
No, she was saying, hey, look, here's the move. Just stay in, get your numbies, go to the pros, make your money. You might go to jail in Russia for a little while, but that's neither here or there.
And that also
go get your money, boo boo. You can do all your.
I don't think it was cute. I don't think it was cute because Griner hates her.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that true?
She says she like looks back on her time at Baylor with immense regret.
Well, yeah, because she went to a university that hates who she is.
Yeah, and her coach told her to
keep it in the pocket.
Keep it in the closet, not in the pocket.
I mean, but like, there's no way the entire LSU team aren't lesbians, right?
I mean, I think there's there's for sure gay women on that team, but
gotta be.
But doesn't excuse her. I'm glad you're happy with the national championship, though.
Hey, I'm taking a natty any way I can get it. Hey, you were happy with your Notre Dame coach after he killed a child.
It wasn't a child. He was over 18.
It's not.
That was really fucked up, though.
It was insane.
Yeah, it was really sad.
The shit these people do. I mean, you got to be a bit of a sociopath to be at the top of really any field.
Yeah, I know. I'm starting to think I'm not crazy enough.
Brother, welcome to my entire world. I mean,
like sometimes I'm like, I'm not nearly delusional enough for this.
Or just a bad enough person.
Yeah. No,
like you have to kind of be a bad. person.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that in my 30s.
That's where you're gonna really let go.
Once I hit 30, no more Mr. Nice Tom.
Oh shit! Okay,
Yeah.
Tom's leaving the chat. It's gonna be insane.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm starting my own chat with me, myself, and I.
Let's go. Just you and 3 different accounts
Yeah,
riffing all day.
just ripping. Just kind of like, oh, sorry guys, I've been busy. Oh man.
Fucking goddamn it, too much.
Here's a cue for you.
Lay it on me.
When you're on a plane and you're on a window seat and there's a window in between, it's half on your seat, half of the seat above you.
That's
or
your
in
window.
front of you. Yeah, I think whoever's facing it more.
Yeah, that's your window.
Because I got a little bit of a look.
Nah, can't be turning. That's not. If you got to turn around, it's not your window.
I reached up and closed it, and then the lady like kind of like stuck her head in the gap. You know,
See who you were. You poked her right in the eyes.
he has to turn around.
You just did a full 3 Stooges on her eyes. Whoop.
She did this perfectly.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah.
Okay.
No,
good.
that's 100% your window for sure.
All right. Well, check that off the list.
Riddle me this, Tom. You ever ordered some food and it came out a little too fast?
Yeah.
Ever had that happen? You said, "Hey, did you even prepare this?"
Was this
This was just
kinda
in a,
ready
this
to
was
go,
just
huh?
in a trough in the back.
Yeah.
I hate
I've had that a few. I mean, because there's
Or
some
order a
foods where
drink.
it rules when it happens, like sushi. It's like, yeah, you're kind of making that on the fly. It's pretty low ingredients. Should be quick. Tacos, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, tacos because it's an assembly line. You know.
But don't, if I order it, I don't want to see it in the next 4 minutes.
No, give me a sec.
Even I ordered an old fashioned, and I mean the drink was at my table before I even finished the words old fashioned,
Oh, so they have them batched.
and I'm like, well, this is gonna suck ass.
Yeah, because that came out of like a big container.
And let me tell you something, Tom, it wasn't good
Yeah, that's where was this?
in Seattle.
Mm.
Some restaurant. It was the same thing. The drink came out too fast. The food came out too fast. I don't know if you've ever done this. You ever considered like, what if I just ran out of this restaurant and didn't pay?
I consider it a lot. I take back my earlier no, where I fully just rejected your idea and didn't allow the podcast to move forward. And this time I'm saying yes.
I mean, come on. We all have those intrusive thoughts. It's the same thing of like when you're close to like an edge and you're like, I could just jump off right now and end everything.
Yeah, that one. Now we're talking. Now
I mean,
we're doing
it's
some
this-
relatable stuff.
Well, yeah, it's the same intrusive thought. Wait, you don't have that?
No, not really.
Oh. BetterHelp.com is who we're sponsored by.
Dude, I did have a moment on stage in Dubuque, Iowa this weekend where I said something like, I don't know, I was talking about my parents, about how 8 kids is too many, and I was like, I mean, I'm glad they had me sometimes. And I just kind of paused and I was like, not right now, but sometimes.
Did I get a pop?
And it was like the saddest laugh. It was like a nervous laugh.
Like, oh, hey, they're like all nudging each other. Like, hey, if we don't pick it
They're
up,
like,
this kid's
"He
gonna
needs
kill
this."
himself.
Yeah.
Wait,
It
how
was,
was the world famous Dubuque, Iowa? Was the Wi-Fi running?
Wi-Fi was not up and running. They said this weekend it's unavailable.
Yeah, it's only that weekend.
It did look particularly familiar though, as the sign that was up 2 years ago when we were there.
2 years ago. Was there any soil left?
No dirt in the apartment. That was nice.
That's big because we cleaned everything up.
because we did clean it. But I slept on top of the covers, and
Well, Willie Griswold was there the week before.
yeah, I wasn't gonna risk it.
No, you can't. If anybody doesn't know who Willie Griswold is, he loves ranch and buffalo dressing, and he jerks off constantly. Shout out Willie Griswold. You're the king.
I love Willie.
Willie's the man.
But it was just, got the shit kicked out of me at these shows. So
Thank God it's only Touche.
it's just touche.
I mean, if
But
you're
they don't
turning
do
a
the short-
Porsche,
But they don't do the short headlining set anymore. They wanted me to do 45.
Ruh-roh.
I did an hour the first night,
Let's
which
go.
was not necessary.
Why not get greedy? Why
I
not?
it wasn't even greedy. It was like, I had them early. And so I was like, in my head, I was like, I can get them back to that.
Sure.
And then I'm like, I'm at minute 48. I've done 4 closers. And I'm like, this is bad. I can't get out of here. And they're like bombing, like really bombing.
Like bombing?
Yeah, like bombing, dude. Like,
Tom, bombing means 0 laughs.
There's 25 people in there. I'm getting like 3 of them. I'm getting like 3 people still on board.
Dude, what the hell is it? He's been up there for 40 minutes.
I'm like, that one felt like he thought it was his closer.
This whole show is usually 30 minutes. What is he doing?
It was rough. And then I had to, I mean, they wanted to be told they were idiots and call someone a drunk, dumb moron.
Yeah.
So it was like, do a little bit of that, call back to a crowd work thing, get one pop and I'm out. It was a battle, though. It was a real.
How'd you end it? Was it one of those things where it wasn't like, hey, guys, thanks so much. This was a great night. Was it like, all right, that's it. I'm Tom. And he just kind of ran off stage?
It was quick. I mean, I did it wasn't a big enough laugh to just run off stage, though, if I'm being honest. So I did I was like, you guys,
that's what it is.
I was like, thank you so much for hanging, and I'll see you later.
What'd the feature say when he got off?
I don't know. It was Grant Winkles.
Okay, so you don't know what he said?
I mean, it was. I think it was just blind encouragement.
Yeah. Okay, that's not what you want.
No, it's just I mean, he got his ass kicked too. I mean, these were bad shows, Tim.
All right, night number 2. Anything?
Sold out. Bad.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
Dude.
Bad.
Average age is like 65, which that doesn't mean it's going to be bad, but they're 65-year-old hardcore conservatives.
Sure.
And then and then there's one group of like hot young women.
Well, they're all upset because they know Trump's about to get arrested.
Yeah.
Like, I can't even concentrate on what this twink is saying right now.
No,
My president's about to be arrested.
And they're all really confused because all of a sudden this is Iowa. They're all of a sudden very passionate about women's basketball. And they've never felt that feeling before.
Well, they're all of a sudden passionate because they're like, wait a second, our whites got beat by those blacks?
Yeah. Well, it hadn't happened yet.
I don't think so. Oh, okay.
This was Saturday. But they were all about Caitlin Clark. I mean, talking about her all weekend.
I mean, you got to hand it to her. She is stone cold.
Yeah, she's got an absolute cannon from deep.
I mean,
from deep outside.
She's pulling up off the dribble from 26 feet and absolutely drilling it.
It's very fun.
Absolutely stone cold.
She's changing the game.
She truly was. I mean, that's a different. She absolutely rips, dude.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
LSU just had too many weapons. We're just a better ball club.
And
that's all that is.
I want her and with the LSU girl. I want that to be like a WNBA just brutal rivalry. Yeah, they got to rig it so that they're on. I don't even know what rivals there are in the WNBA, but they need to rig it so that they're on opposite teams.
Opposite teams that always go head to head.
Yeah.
It was a good game. It was a fun game. I'm sorry. I was like in there getting. I was like slapping I was into it, dude. I was having a great time.
You and Augusta guy. But anyways, there was a group of hot young women right in the front row. Like maybe 8 of them at a table. Maybe not quite. Maybe 6.
By the way, young and Dubuque, they're 39.
They were 30s-ish. Yeah. But I was like, oh, you're going to be my lifeline. And they were like the worst audience member. They were the most conservative. Like they hated the cop joke. What? Like we're talking about it for a while afterwards.
Oh, well, they're all currently dating cops.
It's something. There's something going on there. It was, and then I would ask them questions and they would just clam up and they'd be like, no. And I'm like, you guys are a really fun energy to have up front. I thought you were going to be my lifeline, and now I hate you so much. And that was getting laughs because the rest of the room is like, oh, they're all old people that are like, yeah, fuck those young girls.
Like, yeah, these pieces of shit. We hate them too.
Yeah.
Wasting their youth, being boring in the front row.
It was really lame.
Damn. Okay, so wait, I thought night number 2, as you said, that one was okay.
It was better. I mean, it was a full room. It's just not. It's not my favorite town.
Yeah,
the demo's not there.
Demo's not there yet.
It was a fun time.
It's an up and coming town. I think they got some manufacturing coming into town, or
sure. I think it's leaving town.
Something. I don't know.
Yeah,
Did you get some good boneless wings at least? What'd you do? What was the
I
meal
had
sitch?
had some wings, had some za, had some spin artichoke dip. I gained like 10 pounds over the last month. So
they charged you full price and a half.
The feature did just randomly start getting charged for beers right in the middle of the weekend. It's just fun to see. I mean, you just feel at home sometimes.
They just know how to treat you, Tom. They say the comics are in town. No Wi-Fi, bad crowds. How about we charge them for food and booze too?
Might as well while we're at it. And you didn't wash the towels, right? Good. All right. That's perfect.
Good. Yeah, they're full of cum and ranch dressing. Willie Griswold was here last week, by the way. Shout out to our good friend Willie Griswold.
Sometimes the road can really feel like the road, and that was one of those weekends.
It either you're like, I'm a champion, I'm really doing it, this is what comedy is, or you're like, this is the darkest feeling I have ever felt in my entire life, and everything I've done up until this point has been a huge mistake.
Yep, man, that's kind of where we were at.
That's where you're at?
Yeah.
How'd our boy Winkles feel about it?
He did great. But I mean, he was at the same shows I was. He knew what was going on. The thing is, we started it off with a pretty fun night. We had a one-nighter in Ottawa, Illinois on Thursday.
Let's go, Ottawa.
I got flashed by like a grandma and
okay, yes,
love chaotic stuff going on stage, but fun chaos. And then we go to not fun chaos.
Did you sign that grandmother's boobs?
No, because afterwards she got all like it was so funny. She heckled me the whole time, and she was like, I said something like I'd like to be in a relationship, and she's like, I could make you happy, and like she's like doing like sexual innuendos from the crowd the whole time. And afterwards I was like, Laura, we need a picture. And she gets all coy and she's like, I'm so sorry. I was just having the time of my life.
Oh, I love this lady.
I know. And I was like, you're the best. And then here's where like sometimes on the road, sometimes you really feel like a clown. We're like taking a picture, and then like some other drunk lady runs up and grabs Laura, the grandma's hand, and tries to like put it on my dick.
Right.
And she was like, hey, what are you doing? And she was like, it'll be hilarious for the picture. And I was like, yeah, but what about me also?
What about my dick?
I'm getting sexually assaulted right now.
I was like, remember, but these people, they like do this shit and then they forget that like, oh, I'm dealing with a human being here.
Yeah.
Remember at Mark Ridley's?
Yes.
Well, these chicks were like stuffing their faces in our crotches, and then after they're like, I don't know why, I'm so sorry, and they just like ran out of the building, and we're like, what the fuck was that?
It was honestly, it was a room full of those people.
Yeah,
it was that's exactly the energy. It was like they got so caught up in the moment that they were just like, I was just like a birthday clown.
Yeah, you grab his dick, I'll finger his asshole. It's gonna be hilarious for this photo.
We'll be in Chicago before we know it. Oh man, it was so weird. It was the weirdest energy, but they want to have us back. I think I'm gonna try to make it work so me and you can go back there.
Let's
maybe bring
Winky
go.
Again. Winky.
That's how you have to say his name the whole time.
Oh, what's up, dude? Hey, Tom. Hey, Winky.
Hey, Winky. Oh, Winky's gonna do 15.
Tommy want Winky.
Oh, man.
We're having fun now, Tom.
Yes,
finally. Took us an hour and 10 minutes. Jesus.
God, no, that's not where we're at right now. We're not at an hour yet.
We're not?
No, we're coming up on it. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else happened. Oh, is there a better person in the world than a back home bartender that you know?
Back home bartender that knows that they're a bartender.
Yeah, like loving their life.
Yeah, not the bartender that's like, I'm trying. Like it's the bartender.
Yeah. Like so
I love that energy with literally any profession when that's just what they do, and I love that.
That's true. Yeah,
and they're like good at it, and they just do what it is that they're doing. They do it well. I love that. So, a bartender that knows what they're doing, there's kind of nothing better.
Yes. And so, all right. So this is the situation. I'm back home, back in St. Paul, Minnesota. We order food from a local bar. I go to pick it up. I walk in. This guy behind the bar, he goes, Tommy. And I look up. It's this my friend Jack O'Gara, who I went to high school with.
O'Gara, hell yes.
And he goes, oh, dude, I saw you were in town. Saw you were doing shows. I was like, I didn't even know you worked here. He's like, yeah, I'm the GM now, which is fun to see. It's fun to see our generation kind of leveling up. You know,
you love to see that. Yeah.
I'm like, hell yeah, we're in management now.
Like, yeah, fuck yeah. You know what that means? I'm sorry. It's free drinks time for Tom.
It's exactly what time it was. He did. He immediately offered to pour me a beer.
Yes.
But he goes, yeah, dude, I listen to the pod every week. And I'm like, let's go, Jack.
I mean, boy, that just gets you going.
So shout out to Jack O'Gara. He's probably listening. But I just felt so like it's crazy what that did for me, like feeling like welcome at home. You know, it was like I was like, damn, this rules. Like,
well, it's not like
I haven't seen this guy in years.
Well, and it's also not like, oh, there's Tom. That's the guy that's like trying to be Mr. Funny Man.
No, yeah, it was all love.
It's like, oh, fuck yeah, dude. I love the pod. Can I get you a little brewski? Let's chat. Did you chat? Or did you big?
Yeah, no, we chatted we caught up. I heard about his life, his kid. He tried to make it to the shows. He couldn't. He's got a family. And I was like, that's all good, dude.
I absolutely love that.
It was great. It made me feel amazing.
That absolutely slaps. Was this like your boy in high school, or were y'all like fringe guys?
Like fringe friends. Like
Friends of friends of friends.
I would say friends of friends.
Friends of friends. Okay.
One of my best friends ended up being like one of his best friends at college, and then like we kind of just got closer. And then,
okay.
But then I haven't seen him in years, which is just fun.
Rips.
Yeah.
I love it when you see somebody from a long time ago, and there's like no awkwardness, pretentiousness, no like fakeness of what's going on or who's going. It's just like, this is what I'm doing. This is what you're doing. Let's hang.
And I love when it's back home. It's nice because it's like, yeah, this is the environment that we know each other.
Right.
I mean, we used to go to that bar when we were 19 years old, you know? So it's like, which is kind of badass, by the way. Did you see like how I snuck that in there?
What, that you're just like in there underage being cool as shit?
Dude. Yeah.
Honestly, that's like bad. I'm glad that he's the GM now, because that's bad management. Because when you were 19, you looked 8.
It was really insane.
You should not have been
anywhere.
in that.
It's amazing that I got into places when I was 23.
You should not have been in that bar.
It was like my other high school classmate was the bouncer, so it wasn't very hard.
Wait, was this the bar? Was this the place that I went and got some the downstairs bowling place?
No, that's the Nook.
That's the Nook.
Yeah, no. This is it. This is Tiff's.
Nook City.
Tiffany's.
Why do you tell me to go to Tiff's then? Tiff's rips.
Sorry, Tiff's does rip. Shout out to Tiff's. We'll go there next time we're in
Hey, next time you're in St. Paul, Minnesota, go hit up Tiff's. See our boy Nook City over there. Get a free beer. He told us if we shout this out, he'll give everybody free beer that listens to Roommates in Law.
That's with code Living, Laughing, Loving Life.
Dude, so I saw Amy at fucking, we were at the Comedy Cellar, and I had to tell this story to a table full of Comedy Cellar comics.
Amazing.
You fuck.
Did it kill?
No.
Wait, was it because I texted her that?
Yes.
Yes. Well, I got a selfie of you two out of the blue, so I had to just text back, moved here, doing comedy, loving life.
Well, I think I fucked myself, because she showed it to me what you sent, and I was like, oh my God, that's so I absolutely hate that. And she's like, wait, what? And I was like,
oh, she completely forgot about it.
Kind of. And I was like, do you remember at Ale House? And like, that's all I said. And she was like, oh my God, yes. And then so I had to tell this story. It kind of crushed, but it did.
It's tried and true. It's a hitter.
It kind of cooked up nice, but she was like, because her and I were cracking up about it, and so of course everybody's like, well, wait, what's the story? And I'm like,
in case anyone jumps in late here,
story.
Will you do a quick version of it?
Of me being the lamest person of all time. This is after, what was this? Oh, this is after my headlining Zany's thing, right?
I think it was after Jeff's.
It was after Jeff's. That's correct.
Yeah, that would have been pretty devastating if it was after your big night.
And I'm having a great time, and then I just dropped the lamest shit. So we're at the Old Town Ale House in Chicago, right down the street from Zany's, classic dive bar, having a great time. Me, the young man, that's Tom, Amy Miller, unbelievable colic from LA, Laura Peak, unbelievable comic from Nashville, now LA. And we're really chopping it up. We're kind of having an all-timer.
Yep. It was kind of an all-time hang. It was Sunday night too, a rare Sunday night hang.
Yeah, I mean, but you would toss it up as an all-timer, right?
I'm putting it top 5.
Yeah, I would agree.
That
and
weekend was like 2 out of my top 5, I think.
It was just insanity. It was just so much fun. So we're all chopping it up. We're in there. It's us 4. We're laughing. We're zipping. We're zopping. For some reason, I don't know, you and Laura start talking about something. I guess Amy's on her phone, and then I'm just kind of on an island alone. And this strange man appears, and he's just kind of standing there, and he starts talking to me, and I'm like, yeah, how you doing, buddy? And he's like, yeah, pretty sure my dad's a murderer. And like I think my dad like murdered a guy.
No, he goes, my dad got murdered.
Oh, my dad got murdered. But then he was also talking about how like his uncle was murdered.
No. It was my dad got murdered, and we were like, we were still paying attention at this point. And it was like, oh shit. And then he goes, yeah, but actually he was a murderer too.
Oh my God.
It was, he got murdered, or he murdered someone, went to jail, got out on parole, and then got murdered.
And then
at that point,
I kind of this story at the Comedy Cellar the other night. I really could have used all these details. And so he tells me this whole saga about his dad being a murderer and then getting murdered. And then he just kind of goes like, so what's your deal? And I don't know what the fuck to say to this guy. And I was like, yeah, man, I just, I moved here, just doing comedy and, loving life. And for some reason, you and Laura Peak's conversation stopped. Amy Miller gets off her phone and looks up right in time for me to say, moved here, doing comedy, loving life.
And all of us just turned and were like, hey,
and
what was that?
I turned back to 3 just like absolute stone-faced people after we've been having the time of our lives. And I'm like, did you guys hear that? So we spent the next 3 hours just lighting me on fire.
It was the hardest I've laughed maybe ever in my life. Because it's also like, I mean, Amy doesn't give you an inch.
Not an inch.
She's just like, what the fuck was that, Tim?
Just absolutely killing
She's known you
me
for 24 hours.
But she was letting me have it too. But she's so goddamn funny.
It
was so good. And so I just had to eat this all fucking night. And then so she kind of forgets about it, but you remind her. Thanks for that, Tumas.
Yeah.
And so now I have to let a whole group of people, Comedy Cellar comics at the Comedy Cellar at the table, I have to tell them about the thing, a time in my life where I said the lamest thing humanly possible.
And then got roasted really hard.
And then got lit on fire by everybody. So, I don't know what that did to my street cred at all, but I can't imagine it went well.
I mean, it cooked. The story probably cooked.
It went well. And then we just had a great time. Me and Amy just hung until whenever. We had a great time.
She's the greatest.
Absolute queen.
Well, I don't know if I have other shit. What else is going on here?
What do I have in my notes here, Tomas? Let's see.
I mean,
we're
almost done.
Pull him back out. He's good. I mean, some of these notes you put in here, it's like, what is this?
Have I talked about how when they announced that something's wrong with the plane, how I'd rather they like kind of take it a little more seriously?
No.
I hate when they're like there's just like a technical thing that we got.
Well, I mean, what do you want them to do, Tom? Like, we're fucked. One of the screws is loose. Everyone off the plane. You don't want them freaking out.
But sometimes they're like, yes, it's gonna be like a 10-minute delay, and I'm like, take an hour. Like,
no. I think you got this one all wrong.
I just hate when they're like this vague, but then something, I don't know. I got a weird announcement on this flight back yesterday. She gets on the intercom after all the normal announcements. We're already up in the air. And she goes, also, meant to mention this earlier. This plane is a little quirky.
Oh boy. Don't love that.
And I was like, the fuck? I'm taking off my headphones. She goes, the bathroom door, you will get locked in the bathroom if you close it too hard.
Good. Excellent.
So just be careful when you're closing the bathroom door. Otherwise, just give it a little knock and we'll let you out.
You will this this plane's got a kind of a weird sense of humor. Sometimes the right engine will explode and we will careen into a mountain.
And if you notice that, just hit your call button and we'll come over. I
think as far as like mechanical stuff, they need to be like, no big deal. It'll be like 10 minutes. Don't worry about it. People freak out, Tom.
I guess, but it's a plane. It's an airplane. We're gonna fly across America.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why they need to be calm.
I don't want them to take 10 minutes though.
But what if it's what if it does only take 10 minutes? You want to sit there for 2 hours?
Do it again.
I don't think so, Tomas.
I stand by my previous theory or idea that God, we're just in this. I've talked about this before, but whoever fixes the plane has to get on the flight.
They need to be on there with it. Yeah,
you have to stand by your work.
I'm not mad at that. Yeah,
probably wildly inefficient for staffing airlines.
It would be insane.
but
I mean, a guy screws screws in one little screw. And they're like, all right, man, you're heading to Portland now. I think that would actually I think that would do the opposite of incentivize them to do good work. Because they're like, I'm not going to fucking Jacksonville. No,
nothing's wrong with the plane. I didn't have to do
everything. Looks great. My kid's birthday's in 3 hours. I'm not going to Vegas. Sorry.
And actually, on that note, you got to make your kid get on.
Damn, you got to bring your whole family.
You got to bring your family and put it on. Put the family on the plane.
Your wife has to be pregnant and she has to get on the flight.
Yes. If someone isn't terminally ill, you can't even get hired by Delta Airlines.
Oh, fuck. So I did Delta on the way to Seattle. I'll tell you what, Tom, couple of movies. That's a flight changer.
Dude, and Delta upgraded their seats on a lot of planes. Some of these newer planes, they're kind of comfy now.
It's not too shabby. It's not too shabby.
It's not bad. It's a good screen. They have good movie selections too.
I went Michael Clayton, of course.
You watch that 30 times a year.
I went Michael Clayton, Lost in Translation, and then Top Gun Maverick. I mean, come on.
They had Maverick already.
Yeah, dude. And I'm gonna tell you this: I cried twice.
Oh, for sure. Was that the first time you saw it?
No. But I'm saying between the three movies,
I
cried twice on the flight.
Yeah.
The people next to me was like, something's going on with this guy.
I watched Inside Out yesterday again.
Come on, Tom. You can't do that.
Boy, after a weekend of bombing in Dubuque, that movie made me so sad. I was like, I don't think I have any core memories left.
Dude, this is how I was like, okay, this is like a good exercise and like really trying to contain your emotions.
It's an acting exercise.
Do you know what I mean? That's what I was like really trying to do that in Lost in Translation and Top Gun Maverick, where I'm like, I need you to I know you're going to cry. I know you are, but let's not cry. How about that?
How about that, Tim?
But let's just keep it together and let's not cry. And I failed the exercise every time.
I like the idea of you going to the bathroom on the plane and talking to yourself in the mirror. Like, come on, we're about to start Maverick and you got to get it together.
I'm sorry. That one, I'm crying in that one.
You go to leave the bathroom. You're locked in there. Plane's a little quirky.
Hold on. I forgot how hilarious this plane was.
This plane is kind of a joke plane.
Hey, Tom, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? You know how people like to talk about how they're in an interracial relationship?
It sounded like you said they're in a racial relationship.
They just hate the person. You know what I'm talking about, though?
Sure, yeah.
What if I was like, I'm in an interracial relationship. I'm white, and she's like white as hell.
When did you write that one? That was a plain joke, wasn't it? Yeah, those are the ones that sneak out on a plane where you're like, yeah, this is objectively hilarious.
That was hour 4.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Maybe.
What else? What else do I have in here?
There's maybe something there.
All right, Tom loves that one.
I had an idea on a plane also. This is so stupid, but I don't. Is your instinct okay? What do you think of the people that sit down and they introduce themselves to your seatmates right away?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I'm not a fan either. I'm trying to be less this was the bit that I was trying to write, but like I'm trying to be less of a dick about that because I hate it. Like I tried to just be like, I don't want to meet you. But then it's also like if the plane was going down, it would be weird not knowing who you're dying with. And then you gotta try.
I would never even.
You gotta try to sneak in an intro at the last minute. Hey, we didn't get a chance to meet.
We didn't get a chance to meet earlier. I'm Tom.
That was making me laugh on the plane because this guy he sat next to me, and I went headphones on, hood up, but he abused the lady in the aisle. I mean, he just went right to talking about Minnesota and L.A. and God.
Absolutely not. No, people introducing themselves. Why?
Well, in case you die next to each other.
No, I don't. But even I care even less about you then.
All right, so we wrote a couple of heaters on these planes is what I'm coming away with.
Well, here's another absolute stone cold piece of heat that I got. This is all just like plain bullshit. You know, are you getting any of these like text bots?
Has this ever happened to you?
Has this ever happened to you? But are you getting these like texts where it's like,
hi?
Well, are they like kind of oddly specific?
Sometimes,
where it's like, hey,
yeah.
you didn't respond to my text.
Yes.
How are you?
Yes. Yeah.
Which like is it like they are improving?
Yeah, I got one recently that was like, shoot, I never got back to you or something like that.
Which that's not bad.
No, I almost responded. It was greens, so that's how I knew.
Oh, yeah, you're not friends with poor people. So this one. So here's
friends with comedians.
Yeah.
They're all poor.
Here's my fire bit that is really just a premise about how bots are getting way better because they used to be like www.@__hello, and now it's like we have your mother in the trunk of a car.
Yeah, that's fun. That's really fun.
We could try. We'll try that one.
That one's getting thrown on stage.
We'll try that one on stage. Why the hell not, Tom?
Yeah.
What else do you have?
Bit wise?
Yeah, give me bits.
Dude, let's see. This is bad. Dude, did I ever pitch you my
Wait, hold on.
My Hutus and Tootsies line?
Oh no.
That's the one
Give me the worst one you've got.
It's this one. It's I walked into a conversation I was not prepared to enter. I walked in and two people were arguing about the Rwandan genocide, and I was like, I have no place in this conversation. I had no idea what they were talking about. They're like, Hutus, Tutsis. And they're like, what do you think, Tommy? And I'm like, I only have Netflix. I thought it was so funny when I wrote that. Tell me Hutu and Tutsi doesn't sound like a streaming
because
service.
it is like Tubi and Hulu.
Right, exactly.
Nah, I only have Netflix. Boy, that is.
But there's no way that would ever hit on stage.
No, I think you should try that at an open mic and then dodge all of the beer glasses that get thrown at you.
I'll try to catch one of them. That'd be cool.
Nah, I only have Netflix. Tom, if you heard somebody say that on stage,
boo!
You would audibly boo them, and you would nudge the guy next to you and be like, "Let's kill him when he gets off stage."
Okay, well, you told me to tell you a bad one.
No, that is so
if
much
one
fun.
person says that I should say it on stage, I will tomorrow.
That is that one's. I mean, I did laugh about that a lot because that's very, very fun. Okay, so how about this, Tom? I thought this was pretty funny. I riffed this on stage in Boston and it went well. I haven't tried it yet. But there was I talked to a therapist that she says she doesn't work with suicidal people. That's just not, she just doesn't do that. And I was like, oh, nice. So you don't work with the people that need it the most, pretty much. She's like, look, I can't help you, but there is a bridge right down the street that could help you quite a bit.
Yeah.
That's not bad. That's fun.
Oh, that premise is gold. Like,
the punchline sucks.
Well, the idea, the idea of a doctor that doesn't want to help the worst patients is just awesome.
Well, wait. So I have to take it down that's like if
No, I don't think you have to, but I think you can write a bunch of shit about that. Just someone. Also, where's the sweet? What's her sweet?
Yeah,
spot?
what's the sweet spot? It's just rich housewives that are
who
bored?
are just like super happy.
Yeah, I don't know.
You just have friends at that point that you talk to.
It's like, no, you're bored. You're not a therapist.
Yeah, you're not trying to fix anything. You just want to hear gossip.
I just couldn't believe it. I was like, oh, nice. So you like help suicidal people? She's like, no, we actually don't do that. I was like, okay, interesting. Hey, that line I said
really
it did
smart.
get kind of a giant pop, but
I
maybe it was just like an in the moment pop.
I don't know. I think that'll work.
Well, I'll tell you this, Tom, we're gonna try it.
You bet your ass. Oh my god, dude! Here's a line that I tried. Oh, this is. I'm just telling you my real bad stuff.
Yeah,
because this is fun. Because this will never see the light of day again.
It's way more fun. Give me the bad.
It did see the light of Acme Comedy Club sold out. Got a little cocky on a late show. I had this vivid memory because I had asparagus like for dinner or whatever. And, asparagus makes your pee smell.
Right.
I have this vivid memory of like, when you're a kid and you just hear something a certain way, that's like your full understanding of it because you're an idiot because you're a kid and you haven't been alive for very long.
Yeah.
So I was like maybe 6 or 7 years old, pretty young. And I remember my mom asking me if I liked asparagus or my dad asking me if I liked asparagus. And I said, I didn't know. I said, I don't know. And my dad said, well, you'll smell it in your pee. And I thought he meant that I would only smell it if I liked it. So then I was like, well, I guess I love asparagus.
Well, I guess I'm a big asparagus guy now.
And
you kind of felt obligated to keep eating asparagus?
Yeah, because I'm like, I guess I love it.
Guess I fucking love this
My
stuff.
pee smells really bad. So then it's like fast forward to like 3 years later, someone asked me if I like asparagus, and I'm like, oh yeah, it makes my pee smell a lot.
Oh my god, my piss smells terrible.
I
mean,
love
like,
it.
hey, do you like asparagus? And you're like, well, I'll tell it to you this way. My piss smells terrible.
But it makes it sound like the only reason I like it is because it makes my pee smell. So I kind of meandered through that on stage, and boy, did it not resonate.
No good. It's like, hey man, do you like Taco Bell? You're like, well, by the way, my shit smells. Yeah, I love it a lot.
Yeah, it's amazing, dude. I don't know. I still think it's kind of a funny premise, but
There's something in there. There's absolutely something in there.
Yeah.
But you just got to avoid the thing of like, if this is this, then this is this.
Yeah.
That's always the bummer.
Yeah.
How about this one? The only Nepo babies that I don't mind are athletes because they still have to be really, really good. You can't be a 5'7" fat guy in the NBA and everybody's like, well, that's Jordan's kid. Hey, Tom, we're telling the bad right now.
I know. Honestly, here's what happened there. I tuned out halfway through because I thought of the worst one that I've thought of in a long time. And then I tuned back in and I was like, I don't get it.
You're like, oh, I'm lost.
Want to read that one back to me one more time?
No, I'm not going to tell another bad joke.
Yeah, bomb again. And I'm like,
you zone out
my
again?
camera off. Yeah.
I mean, I'm scrolling through seeing what absolute horseshit.
Here's just one line I wrote down. Just what the fuck is the original flavor of Captain Crunch? Can you tell me?
I mean, we suck at comedy. Here's Tom, okay, so this is what I actually am trying to work on about how you just know life is random and unfair. Because sometimes you watch somebody completely change their lives and lose 300 pounds and look worse after.
Yeah.
You ever seen that?
Yeah.
When you're like, man, you should have kept like 100 on.
Yeah. You could gain some of that back.
Like maybe pop a few back on there because you're like all loose and weird looking now.
Mm-hmm.
There's something in there. I just can't find it because I'm not smart enough.
You're just like, hey, you know how there's a bunch of ugly people and then sometimes they get uglier? Does that resonate with anyone?
You guys know what I'm talking about out there? Or sorry, I'm doing new.
This didn't hit on the pod either. Fuck.
Figured I'd try it live. All right, where are we at, Tumas?
I think that we can wrap this back.
Let's wrap this fucking guy. I'll put a bow on this shit.
This comes out.
Where are you gonna be at, Jim?
Tomorrow, April 7th, if you're in LA, Red Show Blue Show.
That is not Louisiana. That is Los Angeles.
Yes, yeah. I know people get confused all the time. Even though we have no listeners in Louisiana, thank you, Tim.
Hey, Tom, it's not my fault everybody hates me.
There's nothing I can do about the fact that I've burned every bridge in my life.
I mean, we got to have a couple of listeners in
No,
Louisiana.
we
I get
do
some
have
texts.
some. It's just pretty low. Well, and we got your secret brother-in-law, or is it your brother?
I think it's my brother.
Who's listening from Africa and shit?
Oh, right. He has like a VPN on.
Yeah.
Chill
So
out,
have,
Steve. The CIA is not coming for you.
The CIA doesn't care that you're listening to me and Tim, Steve. Relax, dude.
Everybody's like, damn, dude, what are you in for? He's like, I was listening to my brother's pod.
Yeah, they were doing some new bits on there and just got a little hot.
Workshopping their worst bits.
I will be at Red Show Blue Show tomorrow. And then Zany Chicago is the next road date. That's gonna sell out. And
Let's go.
Timmy will be sneaking in there. Are we allowed to say you're on that show or no?
I mean, nobody from Comedy Bar knows the difference.
That's
I'll
true.
be there.
And I did just also trash that.
Yeah,
their
we
debut
did just
club.
absolutely dunk on their debut club. So who cares?
Tim will be there, and then Denver got some fun dates. Oh, and then me and Asmus are hitting the road for about 12 days straight.
Ooh.
Cleveland, Columbus, Lexington, Kentucky, Zany's Nashville, Louisville, Indy, Peoria, St. Louis, Kansas City. Come on out, see me and the Moose, Ass Moose.
Kansas City. Oh, the Moose. How has that not been a nickname?
I don't know. It's because it's too big and cool for Jeff.
Oh, that's
He
fair.
can't be the Moose. The Moose has got to be a fullback.
No, yep. Say no more. You're 100% correct. Let's see. My fat ass is going to be in Washington, D.C., 4-6, 4-7, Baltimore, Maryland, 4-8, Richmond, Virginia, 4-9. Back to Washington, D.C. with our good friend, the Moose.
The Moose. We're just both doing with Jeff. The Mouse.
The Moose, Jeff.
The mouse is more accurate. He's pretty mousy.
Jeff Ass Mouse. Gonna be some great shows. And then back in the sweet, sweet nectar of Chicago, Illinois. We'll just say it. I'm going to be with the young man at Zany Chicago and then headlining all weekend at the Comedy Bar, 21st to the 22nd. Come on down.
Come on out. See the kids.
We're going to have a gay old time. Come on down.
Send send the pod to a friend too. Just recommend
Why not?
some stuff. Send in a 0.
I mean, we haven't talked about a 0 in 10
I don't
weeks.
know. Well, yeah, I also sometimes forget to read them when people send them to us, but we do
Tom!
love it when people send them. So please do that. No,
That's a great way to encourage people to keep sending them is by completely neglecting the people that send them in.
We got a 0 this week. My 0 was the fucking guy who yelled at me in the DMV because he got yelled at.
Right. Hurt people, Tom.
Put the book down.
Put it down. Look
Can't
here.
have that in here.
Our little likes are going up on Spotify. Keep tossing us some likes. Tell a goddamn friend. We're having a fun time out here.
All right.
Come see us live.
Bye.
He married my sister, now we're living together. We're roommates.